Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another exciting episode of MIMINEL'S Diary, Realities and Perceptions. What I think, what you think, the reality of what is, and the way forward. So, today we are going to be talking about beauty. Yes, beauty. Now, the question is beauty inward or outward? So while this video is ongoing, I would really appreciate if we can share our views on the topic. Let me know what you think, because beauty comes in a very wide range of forms and people have different mentalities, different mindsets. Everybody has different things they take into consideration to mean beauty. And of course, we do know that growing up from stage to stage, we give different definitions and different meanings as to what beauty entails. If you ask a child growing up, he will just look at the physical to mean beauty. That's the outward part. Now, for a man who is looking for a woman or a wife to settle down with, he's going to tell you beauty is not all about the physical, but it is about the inward characters of the woman. So I'm going to try to bring out certain key aspects of beauty and try to also explain certain perceptions people have about beauty. And again, we're going to, as always, bring out the reality of what is. So stay tuned and grab a bite. And please, if you're just joining in, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And let's keep the views coming. So what is beauty? I'm going to try to define beauty in, say, layman terms. Beauty can simply be defined as a combination of qualities such as your shape, your form, your color that are pleasing to your aesthetic senses, especially your sight. Now, this simply means that beauty is all about the physical, the things that are appealing to your senses. And this is where I want us to focus on, because the youths of today we are gradually losing the morals that we came from home with. Growing up in a typical African society, I believe we all should understand that we have a set of moral principles by which we are guided by. And lately, it seems we are deteriorating so much so that we don't even give consideration anymore to these core values that make us Africans, especially our girls. A lot of us have lost those moral values. It is now all about the latest fashion shoes, latest fashion hair, latest fashion dresses, and we are gradually losing our sense of belonging. We are copying so much from the Western world that Africa's deeply rooted traditions are being eroded. And I'm just out here to try to encourage us to revisit our roots, to go back to our roots. That is what this video is going to be all about. Let's go detailing into some perceptions people have about beauty. If you ask a young child out there growing up, he's going to tell you beauty is all about maybe what he sees, which is what every layman out there would consider to be beautiful, or beauty rather. A layman out there would look at a woman's physical outlook, her body shape, the color of her skin, probably her gesticulation, the way she talks, the way she carries herself. And that is what most men will focus on as beauty. But I bet you a man who is looking for a woman to settle down will not go for all this. This is where a contradiction comes in, because a lot of times in life, most people want to hang out with girls or women who are appealing for social occasions. But when it comes to settling down, they actually go in for good women who can nurture and keep their homes. I want the ladies out there to learn. We are going past a stage where there's a time and phase. It was mentioned in one of my videos, principles of marriage, Operation Women Revive Your Marriage. There is a time and season which is coming where the ratio of men is to women is going to be 1 man is to 7 women. If you as a woman are not able to build up certain things in your being as a woman, you're going to lose out a lot. It is not all about the physical beauty. Remember that the physical beauty attracts people to you, but then the inward beauty is what keeps you in that place where you have been assigned, or your beauty attracted you to be in. So it is not all about the physical beauty, because young girls nowadays are more interested in the iPhone saga that is going on. Everybody wants to have an iPhone, or it means say most ladies rather would prefer, they want to have an iPhone at all costs, and so they use what they have to get what they want. In their words, it is not all about being physically beautiful. It's not all about wearing the latest clothes, wearing the latest shoes. You're in competition with nobody. To me, what matters the most is how you comport yourself, how you carry yourself about, what impact you create in your society as a woman. But we are losing these key values. We are losing them daily, and we find out that our interests are being shifted to material things, which is not going to carry us any. We might just end up falling into the wrong hands. Like we see videos online every day of girls who are being slaughtered, killed, and being used for rituals. Of course, youths nowadays, we want the easy way out of things. I'm not saying we shouldn't dress well. I'm not saying we shouldn't wear nice clothes or look good, but there's a level at which we should do things. We should try as much as we can to be decent. You never can tell who is watching. Your husband might just be close to you, but then he sees the way you carry yourself, and it just doesn't fit you in to what he considers to be his wife. So beauty is not all about the physical. Of course, others will say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yes, people have their different meanings as to beauty. One man's meat is another man's poison, like they'll say. What I may consider to be beauty may not be what you consider to be beauty. But in all that I'm trying to say, I just want to encourage the Cameroonian youths, not only the ladies of the world today. Let us not lose our core values because we want to please a society. It is for the short term. It is only for the short term. To me, it is wise you comport yourself, be decent in your approach, and be meek as a woman. We have a lot of beautiful faces and very rotten character out there. A lot. It's sad. A lot of women move with bright faces, bright smiles, but when you put them in your house, you discover you have married trouble for yourself. As a woman, you ought to be meek. You have to be loving, soft-spoken at all times, not only to your spouse, to the people around you, even as a boss, as an employer. You ought to make people be encouraged or feel relaxed when they're around you. Some people are so mouthy in a way that you cannot even, you even feel afraid sometimes to talk to them because you don't even know what next to expect. As a woman, it is not supposed to be so. Our parents were not like this. That is why you find out that a lot of homes are being broken even today. Because one marriage, most times men go for the wrong set of women to marry. I'm going to make another video where I'll be talking about the kind of partner to settle down with and certain signs to look out with before marriage, before getting into marriage. That will be in a later video. But for this video, I'm really focusing more on the beauty of a woman. Is it inward or is it outward? Which do you consider the best? But from what research has shown, most men would definitely hang out with girls who are more active socially. Permit me use that word. Most men would hang out with them in their bachelor stage. They would prefer to hang out, club, smoke, drink with these ladies. But when it's time for marriage, they always leave these ladies and go back to the good girl. But I want us to sit back, do a re-examination of certain key values that we may have lost. certain key principles by which we were guided by growing up. And in our society today, we seem to have been losing it all. It is not all about the latest of everything. What happens to our children? What impact are we going to create on them? What education are we going to give down to them? What are we passing across to them? Imagine bearing a child who has no morals. Imagine our children in the next 5 to 10 years. If we keep eroding these moral standards which were passed down to us by our parents, imagine what our future generations will look like. An iPhone generation. It's going to be a very sad reality for us. So to me, beauty has never been an outward. It's not all about the outward look. It has a lot to do with your character. It has a lot to do with your attributes, how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you interact in the society, how helpful are you to your community. That is beauty for me. Every man wants a woman who is strong enough to fight and push. Every man wants a woman who puts in effort to watch them grow. When you ask a lady, what kind of man do you want to marry? The very first thing she'll tell you, a very tall, huge. But in the long run, we never heard that if you see my marriage succeeding today, it's because my husband is tall. So I want us to take detailing these things into consideration, because marriage is not all about the physical. Marriage has not got anything to do with the physical. Sometimes he may be tall, huge, handsome, but he's not what you would need. He might be all you want, but not what you need. You might have that tall looking, handsome man or girl, but still unhappy. Sometimes the people you need in your life are not in the bodies you want. So to me, we should try as much as we can before we ever get married to consider certain attributes, character traits of a person. It's not all about the physical. Beauty to me is strictly inward. That is beauty to me. That's what I consider to be beauty. I don't know about you out there. Please let me know your views on the topic. Let me know what you think. Is beauty inward or outward? Which do you consider best to before settling down with a person? And again, if you are just joining in, you haven't missed a thing. We are going to add our videos. If you check the screen somewhere, there will be a link of our videos, so you can just click on it right now and watch our previous videos. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining in. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And I want to say a very big thank you to all those who have been following. If you've been watching up to this point, I want to say a very big thank you. So don't forget to like, share, and comment. Make use of the comment section and let me know if there's any other interesting topic or pertinent topic you would like for us to talk about. I remain your host, Minette, aka Miminel, on Miminel's Diary. Until next video, bye bye.